Hello Scorpio, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your reading for, well, it seems bigger than a weekly is what I'm going to say, but we'll say it's for the next, week to 2 weeks, or whenever you come across this reading. Obviously it can resonate both ways here. Scorpio, I did lay out a completely different kind of spread for you last night and I instantly got the worst headache ever. It was most definitely a third party situation. There was someone, a Knight of Wands, going back to someone in his past, or communicating with someone from his past, and someone who'd been waiting for him, who had been very nostalgic, or vice versa. And there was no guilt about this, was the very strong message that came through. No guilt, but they did appear to be married. The Empress, he was the Emperor. He came through as the Knight of Wands and the Emperor, although there could obviously be a number of it. It seemed like there was a lot going on. The Empress was in reverse with the bear. So she was a mother, maybe, I certainly picked her more up as the wife. And he was the Emperor with the Seven of Swords in reverse, as someone who's either trying to repair lies and deceit, or who is actually getting caught communicating with someone else, more than likely having an affair with someone else. The Empress came through with the energy of, gosh, I had the vampire archetype and I had Don Juan. So, and the song I got through was Del Amitre's Always the Last to Know. So then this is a story about how he had cheated on her and now was fretting that she was cheating on him. And he was the last to know, because she was the last to know that he was cheating on her. It was a bit of a mess, Scorpio. It gave me a headache. I went too far into my clarification and I got tired, so I just binned it off, cleared my space, and that was it. I just thought I'd share that because that might be someone's story. It might be a similar vibe coming through here, is kind of what I'm going to say, but I have done a completely different layout. So I've got you 3 oracle cards. I firstly got my Dress of Alchemy, which is Release the Power. I've then got the Angel of Alchemy, which is my Miracle card, and I've got the Sea Beacon Fairy. Fascinating that this is a 33, this is a 2-1 coming down to a 3, and this is a 3. 3, 3, 3, 3. 3. I definitely feel that there is still someone in a commitment here. There might be, oh crikey, candle's gone crazy. You can see that, you can't see that. And yeah, so we'll come on to that. I'll do it bit by bit. Let's look at Dress of Alchemy, which is an awesome card. Release your power. The image I got through from this was Back to the Future. Marty McFly, when he's on the stage and he's literally vanishing, he's looking at his fingers and they're starting to disappear. The picture from his of him and his sister, they're starting to vanish, because obviously his father doesn't have the courage to stick up for his mother and, knock the bully boy out, Biff. And basically, if he doesn't do that, and if he doesn't take command of the situation, he doesn't exist anymore with Back to the Future. That's the image I got with this. It's almost like something being resurrected here. Someone's suddenly gone, ta-da! So the Miracle Power. You have powerful energy with this beautiful being shows up in your reading. You have a strong, powerful, vibrant energy that changes lives. And with that comes great responsibility. Some people may be eroding their own energy fields with blame, discontent, and choosing the same destructive patterns over and over again. It is a time for you to celebrate who you truly are at this time, to acknowledge you have energetic debris that needs to be cleared. And when you do, this gold of who you truly are will shine through, just as these alchemical symbols shine from my dress. It is no longer possible in this new energy to hide who you are. You must take the time to be truly yourself. When your energy is strong and bright, when you come from a place of love, courage and wisdom, you will attract the right signs and will not be misled. Do not expect to have no change after her arrival. Relationships and situations based on ego-centered concepts containing toxic energies will fall away naturally, and you will now ask for your worth. This is not hubris, it is self-love in action. Awesome. So this could be you, this could be the person you're dealing with. He understands the general reading. I've got the Five of Cups, I got the Ace of Wands. I can pick it up. And I got the Knight of, oh, it's the Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh. This is someone who's just literally tired of being sad. Tired of crying over spilt milk. Tired of feeling remorse. Tired of just, you know, looking at their destroyed past. And there is something here that brings them into action, and it is more than likely some sort of passion. It is not just passion, there is love here as well with the Knight of Cups, but there's some sort of impetus to make the move. And this is like, you know, when Marty's father kisses his mother and his hand starts to re-emerge, rematerialize. Yeah, this is it. There's like, this Ace of Wands is like a real spark. It's almost like life-giving energy that has pulled someone up here from despair and sadness and grief. It's almost like they've found something to fight for, or you have. There's something that's inspired you, something brand new and creative, and it's more than likely a passionate new love, really, with the Knight of Cups. Now, this is what I got. I mean, I firstly got, what was it? It wasn't I'm coming. Anyway, the images work better for me, and it does come on to the Sea Beacon Fairy, which is so cool. I got the Myth of Arturo and Katerina from Overboard. Don't know if you're familiar with the movie. It's so much fun. It was one of my family's favourites. It's Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Just watch it. But anyway, the myth with Arturo was a fisherman. Katerina was, you know, obviously, I think she was some governor's daughter or something like that. She was very high standing, and they were a complete mismatch. It was a real star-crossed lover story. And he was sent away by her father, and he always promised to return. And he said when he did return, he would blast the horn of his ship 3 times to let her know that he was in the bay and she was to come. He was gone a very long time, I don't know how long. And then when he came back, yeah, he blasted the horn 3 times. Katerina came running out. It was a really foggy night, and jumped into the ocean to swim towards him. But she got into some trouble, and he then jumped in to save her, and they both drowned. Yeah, sad story, but basically they say that when they're continually making love on the ocean's floor. Hey baby. And when the sea foam comes up, and when the spray hits the rocks, that's Katerina and Arturo making love eternally. That's the image I got. I have got distance horizon, so it could be someone at a distance. I do feel there is some travelling going on here with my Six of Wands. All the horses are moving in this direction. The distant horizon card, it can be someone at a distance, but this is usually a card of wishes. It's also, you know, dropping weight, dropping the anchor, dropping whatever has held you or this person in the Five of Cups. It's dropping the weight. It's been sufficiently inspired and driven to break free of any sort of chains that are holding someone back. And following their passion, following their love. There's something that is, if this hasn't happened yet for you, Scorpio, and you are very Five of Cups energy, there is something that is going to inspire you to make some moves here. Now, the Angel of Alchemy is up next. This is a pretty dark card if you look at her wings here. This can be someone who's coming out of some sort of addiction. Sometimes with this card, it's also a card where it is often related to health. So yeah, addiction kind of fits in there. And sort of taking control of your own health basically is a card of healing. And sometimes you need a miracle, you know. I'll read you a little bit of the Angel of Alchemy. She is the miracle who stands between the physician and death. She is the powerful healing angel who will resolve this health issue that is confronting you at present. Her role is to help you find the perfect treatment for your body and to restore your well-being naturally and healthfully. She helps you find the right doctor, the right treatment, the right healing mode, and the right energy and attitude to overcome this challenge. She will draw on powerful energy from her heart chakra, which she will then send you and revive your energy and your belief in the possibility of your own perfect health. She will help you find the courage to face physical life, for it is that which has overwhelmed you from time to time. The sheer courage it takes to experience life in physical form is that which she is here to help support you in, and to show you that not only does it take great courage, it brings with it the greatest of all blessings. So yeah, so someone has really been struggling here, and it might have almost put a massive big ink blotter on the direction they were moving in. So this could be past energy, because I've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I've got the Death card in reverse, but then I have it with the Six of Wands. On this I actually got, no, I won't have this. I won't have it. I won't have it. It's almost like someone feels that they were destined for something, for someone. I do have it with the Lovers card, and it hasn't worked out for whatever reason. It hasn't worked out. Courtship card in reverse, and expectation with its back turned to it. At least one of these parties has probably given up on this connection, is what I'm going to say, and someone is not having it. This is saying it's just, I'm not having it. This was meant for me. This is like, this was meant for me. I know this was my destiny. So you can just turn your wheel back over there. And it's also like, you know, with the Death card in reverse, it is doing a bit of a Lazarus here. It's not accepting an ending. I don't necessarily like to see either of these cards in reverse, quite frankly. They are major arcana. They are part of life. They are, you know, character building experiences that we ultimately all have to go through, live through, you know, come back from. And with the Six of Wands here, it almost feels like this is someone who is maybe, it could be, you know, quite ego driven, that I want it, so I'll have it, really. Thank you very much. It's a wee bit like that. But it can also be, with the Five of Cups here, that someone has maybe feels that they've done their mourning time. They've done the sadness to death. And they're done accepting what fate has offered them. It's simply not fucking good enough. It's quite funny. It's not good enough. I deserve better. I want this. I want this. This is my destiny. Thank you very much. So something might have gone wrong here. Just bringing in that old third party again, by the way. Someone is not having it. Not having it. They are expecting a miracle, and a miracle is what they'll get if they're able to deal with their own issues here. And this can very much be, as I say, some sort of addiction or health issue that is standing between them and the destiny that they would like. It's gone very quiet. The Six of Wands, victory with imprisonment in reverse. Again, a card of a combination of freedom with the Distant Horizons card, dropping the weight, feeling impassioned to move in a new direction, feeling, you know, that life energy just flow through you. This is like when you're in the depths of despair and you don't think anything good is going to come into your life ever again, and then something just lights you up like a beacon. The beacon. The Sea Beacon Fairy guidance, but where will it lead you? Yeah, here we go. This might get a little bit bumpy. So this is really not knowing what you're heading into, but kind of heading into it anyway. This can be whether you have to ask yourself whether you're taking good advice or taking bad advice, giving good advice or giving bad advice. This is not knowing what the path looks like ahead of you, because the light is being held up here by this lovely Sea Beacon Fairy, but and she's obviously guiding lost ships. Arturo, Katharina, and then you don't know if you're going to go into the rocks or you're going to get to safe harbour, basically. So with this card, it's sometimes suggesting that, or making you question yourself, would you be best to maybe wait out the storm? Or are you just so eager you're just going to fly in anyway? Let me just see what she says. A perfect solution to a problem is being presented to you, but whether it's wise to take it is an altogether different thing. You may have more resources and opportunities than you're aware of that are allowing yourself to believe in. Do not be too quick to follow the first opportunity that comes. Wait and check both your sources and your inner wisdom. There are many paths and many solutions, and not all advice is right for you. So I'm not really sure what is the score here. It does look a bit ropey, I have to say. You'll know your situation. What I will say is there is the Ten of Cups here, so this is emotional fulfillment. There's a very strong family and marriage vibe in this area. I don't feel it's predictive energy, in all honesty. Isn't that interesting that it's two women? Could be reading for two women here. Two women and a ginger cat. This is a really sweet energy. Obviously, the Ten of Cups. To me, I mean, obviously, it's emotional fulfillment. It doesn't necessarily mean marriage. It comes up for me a lot, and and even during lockdown. But I would get that with like the cross, for example, in my Lenormand deck, and I'd be like, what the fuck? The Ten of Cups with the cross. The cross is about burdens and sorrow and weight, and basically it was just before lockdown. So to give you an idea, it just means spending time with family, being, you know, pretty content in your own environment, in, you know, your own home with, you know, your people, your family, that sort of thing. But it does come up with the Lovers cards in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse here. So this is where I'm coming in with, I don't know if this person you're connecting with, or it's you, is actually married. But the Four of Wands is in reverse at the base of the deck here. So it's almost like this is some sort of home-breaking situation. Especially with the Privileged Lady. The Privileged Lady is, you know, someone who has had a bit of an easy-breezy life usually. She's really not had to want for anything. She is the partner to the wealthy man in my Kipper deck, and she often comes through as the other woman in that kind of combination, for example. And this is kind of tying into the reading yesterday, where it was like no fucks given, no guilt at all for going back to someone from the past. But it wasn't the person they were married to. And really what I'm getting from this, especially, I mean, it can be just like someone is, you know, getting a divorce, or they were married and they met someone and they were, you know, suddenly sparked into life and wanted that sort of, that person wanted that connection to, you know, flourish, but they couldn't because they were married and then they had to get a divorce. It could be that. The other thing it could be with all of these threes here is that this is someone who wants like an unorthodox relationship. This is someone who might be in an open relationship. This is someone who wants to make you a third party, who wants to maybe make you a bit on the side here, and maybe wants to, like, you know, set you up in a nice wee home. Something like that. All I'm saying is, Scorpio, the outcome here is most definitely not tidy. I think there's certainly some loose ends to attend to, and on that I did get, oh, I only want to be with you, but I also got, and I still haven't found what I'm looking for, the U2 song. So I don't know if this person is still a bit up in the air, a bit undecided, or maybe it's just the fact that they don't know what the future holds, and they don't know if it's, if they're in a marriage, for example, they don't know if it's worth the risk, maybe breaking that relationship. Especially if there's someone maybe with, you know, some health issues here or some addiction issues. Maybe they have, you know, support from their current partner. It's difficult to tell. I don't have a lot of characters here. I literally only have the Knight of Cups coming in with his love offer. That's the only sort of court card I would identify with, which is a bit easier than reading what I was reading yesterday. So it is actually a really beautiful reading, regardless as to the outcome. You know, you don't know the ending, but, you know, there's no real endings, there's no real beginnings. It's just, you know, suck it and see sort of thing. But whatever has happened here, I think for, you know, maybe even both or all of the people involved, it has, you know, stirred things up. But, you know, some of it seems really positive. So let me just take you some advice, Scorpio. Scorpio's advice, please, Spirit. I'm going to be reading for whoever's in the Office of Alchemy, just to keep it tidy. Advice for my Scorpio. Medicine Mother, and wait for important information. I do think there's something to do with health here. I do have my Knight. This is him here, who's to be brave and honest. And again, this is my Knight who's crying. This is someone who needs to learn how to be entirely themselves and, you know, be open and honest with what they want in life. Medicine Mother is about honouring your inner knowing. It's about following your path. But it is also about looking at alternative methods of healing. And the Oracle is wait for important information. So you do not have the full story here. Scorpio is the bottom line. And, you know, I'm not saying anyone waits for anyone, but your views might change if new information comes in that might change your opinion as to whatever your current situation is. I would say that I always love to see the Angel of Alchemy, because it does promise that there is, you know, miracles to be had. And I would certainly, you know, hope that, you know, you listen to that card and explore your options on that front. That is your reading, guys. Look after yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon.